I just realized something. I learned that this will bring you so far in life. It is having a lifelong student mindset, and I definitely know this kind of mindset will bring you so far in whatever you want to achieve in this life. Think about it this way. If you are such a student, if you consider yourself as a student, you will literally learn at everything. And you literally have that desire to learn from everything around you. And when you feel like you are a student, automatically you have no egotism at all. Having that kind of student mindset is very contradictory to egotistical mindset. Both can't coexist. People who have this kind of characteristic of student mindset, usually, most of the time, they have no entitlement at all. Like literally, they just feel like they are the same with everyone. It's because of they are so humble, and because of they have that kind of want to learn from people, want to learn from everything around them, which is equivalent to growth mindset. They view people as the same. We born onto this earth, we get to live this thing called life. We all striving towards the destination where we want to go. We all have different goals, different preferences, different target in life, and we all are striving to go towards betterment. Because of this kind of mindset, they have no entitlement. Whoever they meet, wherever they go, they just think that, oh, that person is also living, that person is also trying to become better, that person is also striving for the best, same like them, same like us. Because of that, they have no entitlement, and because of that, they are easy to be around people, and they are easy to move through life because they have no entitlement. They don't feel like they are above or under anyone. They just feel like they are the same. So they are not putting themselves on pedestal, nor they put other people on pedestal. People with lifelong student mindset are curious as fuck. I'm so sorry, but they are curious AF. When you were little, do you notice that you are so curious about everything? Like you want to ask about everything. Like you are so curious about why the bird's flying, why we have to put our food in refrigerator. And I think as we grow up, we literally forgot that we have that kind of curiosity, when in reality, having a consistent curiosity throughout your life will bring you so far in life. And this is what I noticed towards people who cultivate this lifelong student mindset. Even I've seen people like already big, like already successful, they are hungry for knowledge, they are hungry for whatever kind of things that they are interested in. They don't just ditch their curiosity, they actually honor and they actually go towards whatever is calling them. They will go for it. They wouldn't stop themselves because they know they are limitless towards knowledge and there are unlimited things in this world, and they also know there are no such thing as stupid question. If let's say they don't know something and they want to ask, they will be so brave to ask because they honor their curiosity. That's the thing. They are blunt because they know it's never wrong to ask for a question and it's never wrong to be curious. They will be so upfront and very direct in terms of asking what they want and in terms of asking what they don't understand. They don't feel like, should I ask this question? Should I not try that? Should I not approach this person? If they want to ask, they'll ask. If they want to know something, they're just going to be direct and straightforward and want to ask something. So this is where the blunt characteristic exists in them because they literally so curious, like curious as fuck towards the things that they want to know. Another thing about this kind of people, they're not afraid of failing. Think about when you were little, when you were baby. Baby has no giving up in their dictionaries. When you want to try to crawl, when you want to try to flip your body, when you want to try to walk, when you want to try to ride, when you want to try to ride a bicycle, you're never afraid of falling. That means you're never afraid of failing. We might have like bruises and stuff because we fall down, but that never stopped us. That never stopped us when we were little, when we were baby. The thing about people with lifelong student mindset, it's just the same like the babies, you know? They're never afraid of failing and they're never afraid to be judged. They know they're such a student and they are allowed to make mistakes and they are allowed to not always be perfect because they are just a student. They're not a saint. And when you know it's okay to make mistakes, you're not afraid to be judged, you know? Because you're just no one. You're just literally a student. Going back to the baby just now, who's never afraid of falling, who's never afraid of failing, that makes a baby such a resilient. And when I say a baby, it's literally us. That is just a proof that we're human. We have that resilient character, you know? We are so resilient when we were little. Okay, this is the best part. People with student mindset, they are naive but smart. I really love this word because they feel like they are a student. They are humble enough to listen to everyone. They are humble enough to listen to whatever world gonna throw to them. But at the same time, they never lose their naivety. Naivety here is not a bad thing. Naivety here means that they still protect their brain, or they still protect their world, their inner world, from being corrupted by the outer world of negativity, by the corrupted news, by the corrupt mindset that the world throw at them. They're not afraid to look a little bit naive. They're not afraid to look like a little bit stupid, because before you learn something, you're gonna be like nothing. You're gonna be like stupid because you don't know anything. But because they have that always want to learn, always want to ask people, always want to learn from people who know better than them. So they're not afraid to look a little bit stupid for a while and a little bit naive. It's not wrong at all to be naive. It's not wrong at all to don't know something, because you're just human and you have so much more to learn. When they don't know something, they are so freaking naive. But when they know something and they actually grasp the whole thing, the whole subject, the whole industry by being a student, that is when they become strategic. That is when they become smart in taking action, in doing the things that they want to build and striving towards the result that they want. That is when they are naive but smart. Not only that, usually this kind of people, they are childlike. Their mindset is very childlike, but they are not childish. They are more like a playful person. They are not afraid that they are making mistakes. They are not afraid if they look dumb, Like, I don't care whatever the fuck you say. I'm just doing the things that I love. I'm just trying to explore life. I'm just trying to explore my craft, explore my things. And that is when they become playful. And when people try to judge them, or when people try to view them differently, for them, they're just playing around. They're just playing around, exploring around. Because the thing is, I do really like people who knows what they want, who is actually very smart, but at the same time, they have that kind of playfulness. Because life is too short to always be serious, to always be driven, to always strive. It's about balance. It's about when to be serious and when to be playful. You have this kind of lifelong student mindset. You will make the world itself as your oyster. You will make your world itself like your teacher. And indirectly, because you have this kind of student mindset, like I said just now, you're just gonna be humble. You're just gonna be humbled by everything. This mindset just gonna teach you about humility, to be humbled by life, to be humbled by life experiences, to be humbled by life circumstances, to be humbled by people around you. It's when you learn from your experience, you learn from your ups and downs. You're just gonna learn from life, and you're just gonna learn from your own emotions, from your own thoughts, from your own behavior. Is my behavior is right? Is my behavior gonna help me to become a better person? Is my behavior brings so much value to other people, or is my behavior is bad for other people? You know how to navigate, because you just gonna keep on learning. Not only just learn from life, but also learning from you, from yourself, and learning about yourself. That is huge. That is tremendous. Okay, this is where a student mindset becomes strategic. When you become a student, you work under the radar, you work under people, you absorb everything from people around you. You're just gonna keep on learning from everything and every person around you. And the good thing to be appeared as a student is that you will never be viewed as a threat, because usually having that kind of image that you are a big person, that you are such a big figure, that you're such a leader, that you're such a big name, usually this thing is not a good thing. People will put high expectation when in reality you're not ready yet. People will view you as a threat because you are just too different from average people. But by having a student mindset, by making yourself as a student, that you are just want to learn, that you just want to explore, you just want to make the world as your teacher, people will not view you as a threat. People will view you as just the same with everyone, and that is such an advantage. They will not put high expectations on you. They will not too focus on you. They will not be too obsessed with you or just follow every single step that you do. They will not put high hopes on you. You might be underestimated because you just look naive. You just look like a student. You don't look or appear with like a big names or a big image. Being underestimated is such a superpower. It is when people don't view you too big, and it actually leaves room for you to have your own life, to be your own thing, to just focus on you. Because at that time, people won't really disturb you. They will leave you. They just view you as, oh, she's just someone trying to grow. She's just someone trying to, learn. That's the best part. You will push away all those expectations. You will never have any high hopes from other people, but you just do you. And you just improve yourself, and you're just gonna keep on learning. And while you're working quietly behind the scene under the radar, absorbing from everything, that is when you strategize. That is when you plan ahead towards the things that you want, towards the things that you want to build, towards the life of your dream. That is when you become like a sponge, okay? Like a sponge, literally absorb everything people throw you at, everything life throw you, every single information, every single knowledge from people around you, from your surrounding. And that is when you win, because you are working quietly while strategizing. And this is not a passive thing, this is strategic. You become someone under the radar, but in reality, you're also strategizing and planning towards building the life that you really want, towards building whatever you really want in your life. But do it in an ethical way. As much as you already absorb all those knowledge, all this information, do it in an ethical way, because there is always a good way towards winning in life. You don't have to ditch people. You don't have to step down on people. You don't have to play dirty to win in life. Do it in an ethical way for you to build the life of your dreams with the knowledge and information and the skills that you already have. Please know that it will take time. Please know that this is such a long process. It's never gonna be like months or years. It's gonna be like years, okay? Probably decades of doing this. But like I said just now, this is a mindset and this is a lifestyle. Keep on learning, keep on having that kind of student mindset in you. And you do it every day. You make it a lifestyle. You make it you, like everywhere you go. And it will take time, because your brain is continuously constructing new ideas, new things. And they are constructing bits by bits to make things making sense, because when you don't know, you have a lot of other things to know for you to build certain things in life. And for you to do that, your brain needs time to develop ideas. Your brain needs time to understand things, to understand industry, to understand how the world works. It's a big thing. Everything is just a process. So you do it one step at a time. You're never giving up. You never stop learning, because at one point, there will be at one point in your life when you will feel ready to execute all those information that you know, all those knowledge that you already accumulated, all the skills that you have been sharpening. There will be one point in your life where you're ready to use all these three to build something meaningful in your life. There is something interesting here. Investing in knowledge, skills, and experience will bring an unexpected harvest for your future. So the unexpected harvest can emerge like all of a sudden from difficult season. For example, when you feel like there is a setback, but if you have that lifelong student mindset, you will think that, oh, this is actually a time for me to prepare myself, for the next stage of life, for me to prepare myself for the new level of life. It's just a time for you to work hard on yourself for a new next growth in the future. That is what having a lifelong student mindset gonna help you. And sometimes the unexpected harvest, which is the unexpected opportunity, can come in a way like as a chance encounter at conferences or unexpected career shift. But because you already develop all this knowledge, information, experience, and skills, that unexpected things will reward you, because you already prepared for so long. And imagine if you're just gonna keep on learning. Maybe the first phase you're gonna be little, okay? The information you're gonna know little, but everything will compound. From little knowledge, from little ideas, it can compound. If you make it a lifestyle, if you make it a habit, if you keep on being curious, if you keep on having that kind of student mindset, and if you keep on hungry for knowledge and information and ideas, it's just gonna compound. It's just going to compound over time. And these things, the things that accumulate, the knowledge that you have learned, it can turn into wisdom. And what I read here, wisdom allowing for a greater appreciation of the harvest that comes from life's lesson. To put it into short, when you have knowledge, when you have experience, and when you have skills, which all of these three is just a byproduct of having a lifelong student mindset, this thing is just going to compound and produce an unexpected harvest, an unexpected opportunity in the future that you would never know. That is just God's job. But your job, okay, you probably can't plan the future. The thing that you can only do now is prepare for your future. And how you want to prepare for the future is by having a lifelong student mindset. I always tell people around me, if you have a lifelong student mindset, you will never lose in life. You will never lose. Despite you are having a setbacks, despite you are in a downfall of life, you will never lose. because you're using that setbacks and downfall of life as a training ground for you. I know it's going to take a lot of resilience. It's going to take a lot of mental preparation. It's going to take a lot of emotional resilience, I would say. But you can. You have to trust yourself enough that you can. I hope this video gonna help you in some ways. And I truly believe this just one skill can bring you so far in life. So let's learn. Let's just keep on learning until the day we die. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.